A fierce battle took place between the Brazilian and Croatian national teams in the quarterfinals of the 2022 World Cup at the Education City Stadium, Qatar, Friday, September 12, 2022. Playing a normal time of 120 minutes with a score of 1-1, the match continued with a penalty shootout won by Croatia. 4-2. The Croatian national team ensured themselves advanced to the semifinals after defeating the Samba team at the 2022 World Cup. 2 goals in normal time were scored by Neymar, 105+1, from Brazil. Meanwhile, from the Croatian camp, Bruno Petkovic managed to equalize in the minute 117. Course of the match. Brazil started the game with a fairly slow tempo. But the attack was carried out to speed up his first goal against Croatia. Vinicius kicked in the 3rd minute, but his attack could still be anticipated. Dominik Livakovic. Brazil continued to try to build attacks but never provide a threat. Do not want to continue to be pressured. Croatia took the opportunity to attack in the 12th minute. Ivan Perisic, who got a cross, almost opened the goal. Buying and selling attacks continued to be done these two teams but never came to fruition. Brazil almost scored through Neymar's free kick in the 41st minute. The Paris Saint-Germain (PSG) star's curved kick was able to be contained by Livakovic until extra time. 1 minute of normal first half time. The two teams drew 0-0 until halftime.
Entering the second half, the Brazilians tried to accelerate the tempo of the attack. Despite this, the Vetrini squad was still able to keep up. Brazil almost broke Livakovic's goal in the 47th minute. Vinicius, who took advantage of the ball vomited from Neymar, was still able to be dispelled by the goalkeeper. Deadlocked foster children did not quickly change the numbers on the scoreboard. Brazil coach Tite makes substitutions. Raphinha replaced Antony in the 55th minute. Croatia were more defensive in the early minutes of this second half. It was used by the Samba team to do the pressure. The entry of Antony has not provided enough pounding power. In the 63rd minute, Tite again changed players. Vinicius Jr. was replaced by Rodrigo. The result was Brazil made a little threat in the 65th minute. Through Lucas Paqueta he almost scored after a struggle in the penalty area, but Livakovic was still firmly standing to ward off the Brazilians' kick. Zlatko Dalic also replaced 2 of his players at once to make a piercing attack. Kramaric was replaced by Petkovic, and Pasalic was replaced by Vlasic in the 72nd minute. The Croatian defense was made unmoved when Neymar's quick attack pierced in the 76th minute. Even so, Livakovic's alertness still managed to repel the attack. Brazil could have scored against Vetrini in the 80th minute if only Lucas Paqueta's low shot had failed to catch Livakovic. Tite tried his luck by replacing Richarlison's attacker. Pedro was included to add power to the bang in the 84th minute, however, it did not give results. Until the normal time of 90 minutes ended, the two teams drew with a score of 0-0. The game goes to extra time or extra time. In the first extra time, Croatia played quite disciplined in defense, often getting attacks from Brazil. Vetrini still managed to stem the onslaught of the Samba team. The end of the Brazilian wait came. The Samba team managed to score their first goal through the cooperation of Lucas Paqueta and Neymar in the 105+1 minute. The PSG strikers led Brazil 1-0. The score did not change until the first extra half ended. In the second extra time, Brazil tightened their defensive line. Croatia's attack was repeatedly thwarted by Samba team defenders. Croatia's struggle turned out to be fruitful. In the 117th minute, Bruno Petkovic managed to equal the position 1-1 by utilizing Miroslav Orsic's pass. Until the second extra half ended, there were no additional goals and continued with a penalty shootout. In the penalty shootout, Livakovic managed to ward off 2 kicks from 4 attempts by the Brazilian national team. Rodrigo and Marquinhos are 2 players who failed to carry out their duties, leading the Samba team to the brink of defeat. While Croatia, of the 4 kicks made, all managed to break the goal. Alisson Becker, penalty score 4-2 for Croatia. With this result, the Croatian national team locked the ticket to advance to the semifinals of the 2022 World Cup. The Vetrini squad is scheduled to compete on Wednesday, December 14, 2022. Brazil vs Croatia. Croatia national team 11, 4-3-3 Livakovic, Juranovic, Lovren, Gvardiol, Sosa, Modric, Brozovic, Kovacic, Pasalic, Perisic, Kramaric. Coach, Zlatko Dalic, Croatia. Brazil National Team 11, 4-2-3-1 Alisson, Militao, Marquinhos, Silva, Sandro, Casemiro, Paqueta, Rafinha, Neymar, Vinicius, Richarlison. Coach, Tite, Brazil.